Synopsys stock has soared to new highs as the AI boom continues to fuel bullish growth prospects throughout the tech sector. The chip design software maker is also a member of several IBD stock lists, including the long-term leaders portfolio, thanks to its track record of technical and fundamental performance. And joining me with insights into the company's strategy for the year ahead is Shelagh Glaser. She's the Chief Financial Officer at Synopsys. So, Shelagh, it's great to have you here. And we've seen some nice solid earnings growth for Synopsys in the last few quarters. And I'm wondering, what do you think is shaping the demand outlook here in 2024?
Well, Alexis, thanks for having me. It's great to be here with you. And what's really shaping it is design activity. So the AI megatrend is really driving design activity across many of our customers. And as they seek to fulfill that demand, it's a big driver for us. The other thing is silicon proliferation. So people building more chips to service more workloads. And then it's software defined everything. So in the old days, you'd build a chip and you'd figure out the software. But now the software is defining what kind of chip somebody makes. And that's all good news for us.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, that design segment for Synopsys saw some really strong growth in the last quarter. And I'm wondering, how is AI fueling growth in the various business segments, and where do you think it will have the most impact?
Well, it's fueling growth for us in really three ways. So, first of all, as people make AI chips, they come to us. So, they need our design tools and they need our IP. And we're the number two IP provider, and we provide interface IP. So, what we shared in Q3 of last year is we have 500 million in trailing 12 months just servicing folks that are building AI chips. The second is we've infused AI into our design tools. So when we are offering our customers design tools, we're actually putting the power of AI into it. And that's really helping them be able to get these complex designs done. And frankly, there's a shortage on people that know how to design chips. So this is allowing them to expand their workforce virtually with AI inside of the tools. And then finally, we're really looking at generative AI. And we announced a partnership with Microsoft late last year to build a co-pilot to really help fuel and innovate for our customers.
We've heard your company talk about this pervasive intelligence theme, this idea that AI is really just going to spill out in all these areas. And I'm wondering, we kind of view the semiconductor space as cyclical, but as these use cases increase, how do you think that impacts the ebbs and flows of the design market?
Yeah, you're right. Pervasive intelligence is really fueling this next era of design computing. And for us, we're very indexed to the R&D inside our semiconductor and systems companies, and that doesn't tend to change with the short-term changes in revenue because R&D projects are multi-year projects, and so companies know they need to keep those teams going and they need to keep that innovation going so that they're competitive whenever the market does turn around. So we don't tend to see those same cycles that you see on the top line.
You mentioned the partnership with Microsoft. What are the key partnerships that the company is looking at, and how will that help achieve the revenue goals here in the near term?
Sure. So obviously, we've got deep partnerships with our customers who are both traditional customers and hyperscalers, systems companies. And then we've got partnership with really all the leading foundries. So when you think about getting onto a leading foundry, TSMC, Samsung, or Intel foundry, we're really the on-ramp onto that foundry.
We've seen these companies trend towards vertical integration, I guess, with these chips. How is Synopsys fitting in within that? Because, it seems like even if companies are trying to make their own chips, they still need the design and the support.
Yeah, and I think you're absolutely right. I think companies are trying to satisfy their customer demand, and that's causing them to not only source chips from people, but also build their own purpose-built chips. So, you saw announcements from Microsoft and AWS. So we partnered with them to be able to allow them to create chips that are really purpose-driven for specific workloads that their customers are demanding from them.
What other areas of tech innovation are you focused on?
Well, what we're really focused on is how do we continue to allow customers to innovate? One of the places where we're seeing lots of innovation is in automakers. As they move to EV, we're seeing them not only, basically change the entire design environment, but they really want to understand down to the silicon how that is being optimized for that very specific use case. And they're really looking at that as a differentiation. So they're coming and partnering with us so that they can build the cars of the future.
You mentioned auto. What other end markets do you see having the potential for the most growth?
Well, for us, the continued growth in semiconductors, continued growth in hyperscalers, see automotive, and we do see over time that really every industry is going to digitize. We're going to go through this transition that we've seen that happened with hyperscalers. Really, every modern industry is going to go through that. So we think that's a long-term secular positive trend for us.
We saw the recent news with the acquisition of Ansys. I think investors reacted very positively to that. I'm just curious, how will that acquisition or perhaps others in the future help Synopsys achieve that solid growth that we've seen from the company over the past few quarters?
Yeah, so we announced the Ansys acquisition in January. We are really looking forward to both our traditional customers and our new customers having silicon to system solutions. So we bring together the digital, so think of the chip, they bring the mechanical physical. And really, to build a modern design, you need to be able to look at both of those simultaneously so you can build the best product for your customers at the lowest cost, at the shortest time. And so we're looking for traditional customers as they go through their move to multi-die, which all these leading chips you're seeing are multi-die chips. They need that digital and physical capability, but automotive, as we talked about, also needs that capability. So we've seen really positive response from both existing customers and newer customers because they need these design solutions to come together today.
What would you say then is the biggest strategic priority for Synopsys in the year ahead?
For us, it's really about continuing to fuel innovation for our customers. We build technology that allows our customers to innovate, and we know that the race is on with the need for AI, and we want to be able to help our customers tame this increasing complexity by offering tools that allow them to successfully get chips to market.
Well, Sheila, thank you so much for your insights today. We really appreciate it.
Alexis, great to be with you. Thanks so much.